All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kyber Cave Gaming Thursday Night Live. My name is Fourzze, and I am very happy to rejoin you all tonight. We have something going on this evening that's going to be just a little bit different. So, like Graveyard and I discussed last week, we're going to be taking the end of Zelda because I did reach the end of the game. We're going to be recording it with a lot more stuff that I found and more hearts and more things. It is truly an epic end of the game. And we're going to get a live reaction probably with Graveyard and Mrs Fourzze and Crimson, the little Fourzze, or the son of Fourzze in there all together doing that. And it's going to be a really fun, cool recording. We're going to put that up right here on the webs or on the YouTube for you. So that'll be really nice. Joining us here tonight, of course, is none other than one of my very favorite people in the entire world because, you know, he's my kid.
Howdy, all you wild party goers.
Oh, hey, son.
Hi, Dad.
We have Crimson, the son of Fourzze, here in the house. And we have, oh, shoot, first one in the chat that's not Say Wong. We got Aaron Watson in the chat. And then, of course, tonight, joining us direct from Distance Nerding. Welcome to the game stream for the very first time, Cam, the Crown Prince of Crime.
This isn't my first time.
On this stream?
Back when Phil had to go, was in Hawaii.
For the second time on our gaming stream. Direct from Distance Learning, we have Cam and we have Thomas in the chat. So, yeah. Oh my God! All right. So while we wait for Mrs. Fourzze, will Phil be joining us tonight?
Don't think so. He said he's gonna go have some dinner.
Ah, gotcha. All right. Let me shoot a quick text out here. Boop. There we go. So, question for you, Cam. How much Zelda do you know?
Let's see here. I've played some, but not a lot.
Okay. Like some later titles or like some earlier stuff?
So some of the Wii games of Twilight Princess,
let's go.
Goated.
Skyward Sword.
Yes.
That's one.
And Link to the Past is the other one.
Let's go.
So.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
That's what I've got under my belt.
Perfect. Then that is perfection. That's
because
perfect.
Yes, I have a Switch, but I haven't gotten around to getting and playing those games yet.
All right, so you haven't busted out on Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom yet.
No, I have not.
All right, I got you, fam.
Can't
I was
beat
gonna
the
say,
classic
Forrest,
Zelda
where's your tattoo sleeve?
It is not time to put that on just yet. It is not time to put that on just yet. Alrighty, let's see here. Oh, why is this doing this? I got three screens and like no control over any of it, which is just
Aaron.
I gotta show this on the screen. Wow. So fun fact for you there, Mr. Watson. In Hyrule Warriors, they actually did a gender bend of Link, and her name is Linkle.
Really?
She uses dual crossbows to fight. It's actually pretty freaking cool.
They gave her an alternate weapon, which is the boots, too.
What?
The Pegasus boots.
What? No way. Oh, man, that's awesome. Thomas in our chat. Pretty freaking cool. All right. Where's my better half at? She needs to show up here. Time ahead something. Harper, go to bed. Go to bed. Sending my dog to bed. Harper, go to bed. All right. So little Mr. Son of Fourzze, what did we get to take a look at today? Aside from a really great celebrity.
What is I don't know a good answer.
No, but I think Nicolas Cage is a great answer.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about that for a second.
Oh. He was too powerful for the screen in the stream, personally,
Absolutely.
I believe.
Oh, he absolutely was. So today we got a little glimpse of Summer of Games?
Summer Games Fest 2023.
Summer Games Fest 2023. And there was a lot
What
of
a roller coaster.
No joke. And there was a lot of highlights, but the true highlight for me, no doubt, was
for the entire crowd.
Yeah, was Dead by Daylight is now introducing Nicolas Cage.
Really?
And then Cage took the stage at Summer Games Fest, and he was just owning it. And it was the best freaking thing ever. Like, it was so funny. Oh my gosh.
It truly was just an incredible sight to see.
It really was. It really, really was. So
as he entered the gaming space.
It was awesome. All right, so
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just updating everybody.
No, it's fine. Okay, there. I got my screen back. All right, so let's go ahead and put this. Let's put this here, and then I will.
Kyber Cave has an Instagram, correct?
An Instagram?
Yeah.
I haven't been on Instagram in forever, so that's probably. Well, I think Mezzo's. I think Mezzo is watching the chat. Mezzo may have an answer for that. All right, so all right, Kitty. So here's the deal with tonight. Give me 1 second here. I will. Boop. Let me take the screen for a second. So tonight for Thursday Night Live Gaming, we have first and foremost, we're going to run some trailers and get some reactions from everybody on the screen and in the comment section. We're going to talk about that stuff because Summer Games Fest was a lot of fun and many of you did not get to see it today. So I want to try to run some highlights from that. After that, the plan is we are going to run a new demo, a proto of a new hyper realistic horror game, which I got to watch one of my favorite YouTubers play a little bit of. It's not incredibly long. It shouldn't take probably more than 10-15 minutes to just kind of give everybody an idea what that's all about. And then after that, we're going to get into a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom, and we're going to kind of go round robin and talk a little Zelda theory as we build up to end of Tears of the Kingdom. So, like I said, Tears of the Kingdom is going to be a recording with myself, with Crimson here, Mrs Fourzze, and the Husbeard Graveyard. We'll do that all together, and we'll finish the game out, and then we will be moving on to Diablo. Speaking of Diablo, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We couldn't get Diablo going tonight because Blizzard had an issue with login. Last time I tried to log in, there was a queue of 75. And
Holy
even
cow.
after all that, it still errors out. So I'm hoping I didn't buy that game for nothing because I'll be really pissed if I did. So without any further delay, why don't we get into
Okay, good. My Instagram hasn't broken yet.
Come on.
I have a reel that made its rounds and blew up, and now it's on its second mint of blowing up again.
What?
Nice.
So
Okay.
my notifications is just like people liking it, so it's like, please don't break my Instagram.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, Mrs. Fourzze will be joining us momentarily. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get started with our Summer Games Fest highlights. Like I said, I'm not going to run every single game, but there is a few that I do want to show off that I think the boy and I will be happy to put on the screen. We can all more or less really get some enjoyment out of. So we're going to go ahead and start with a brand new re-release of an old favorite. We are bringing back Sonic the Hedgehog, and this is a brand new Sonic game. So let's go ahead and rock this thing, and we'll see what it's all about. As you can see, this is sick.
Yo.
Yeah, this is incredible. I am loving every bit of this.
The fact that they're doing 3D animation for a 2D platformer.
Yeah. And it's more than just cell shading. I mean, look how clean Sonic looks.
Yeah, all of them.
Even got Amy in there. That's
You can
so
play as Amy?
Oh yeah.
Well, that makes it even better.
Is that music coming through, Claire?
It is.
Good.
Sometimes.
Yeah, this looks incredible.
Yo. 3D elements to it. Let's go.
Yeah, check this out, bro. This is so hot. Staying true to the side scroll. Aaron calling it out. That's right. So we're loving this. Dude, yeah, that's a
Army of Sonic.
Yep.
Okay, it is coming to the Switch. Sweet.
Yes. Sonic Superstars coming to Switch, coming to Series X and PS5. So yeah, that's gonna be no freaking joke right there.
I'm glad they are listening to the fans and finally giving us what they want, because they gave modern Sonic what he needed. A true 3D open world. And now we're getting a new classic Sonic game that is 3D, but sticks with the original 2D side-scrolling aspect, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, there's you can't go wrong with that. You cannot go wrong with that.
And it's clean too. It is clean 3D for this.
Can someone check the someone check the actual stream and make sure we didn't get shut down for showing all that? I know movie trailers we can get killed, but I don't know about game trailers. Just want to make sure.
It still shows live.
Sweet. Okay. Very good.
Yep, we're good.
Nice. All right. So that's, I think I want to show 5 or 6 of them. So
I'll keep that and let you know.
Thank you. So the next one we're going to watch is one that has been kind of anticipated for mobile gamers for a little while. It was finally shown today, the final product. It looks really clean. So I am very happy to present Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis for Android, iOS, and hopefully eventually it'll be on Switch and Steam. Here we go. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah,
I'm so ready for this.
Oh. I want to be honest, if it does come to the Switch, I hope they clean it up a little.
See, this right here, this battle system, how clean this is what 7 Remake should have been.
Yes.
It should have been turn-based, just like this. That would have made it perfect. Dude, this is going to be so good.
Oh.
Dang.
Oh.
Yeah. So you can pre-register right now.
Okay.
Close beta starts today. So that is yeah.
What's gonna be nice about that is especially if you own an iPhone, Apple device, the Apple AirPlay, you can stream to any smart TV that you have straight from your phone, so you get that beautiful looking battle system on your big screen. You don't even have to limit it to your tiny phone.
Yeah, and that's kind of something I wanted to mention because this game is probably going to be big. I would recommend investing, like if you're big in mobile gaming and whatnot. Number one, make sure you're hooked up to Wi-Fi, and number two, I would definitely recommend getting something like an Asus ROG tablet, or the or a Samsung Galaxy Tab, or the latest iPad or iPad Pro to run this. And he's right. Hook it up to your TV and run it, because that's really going to make the game worth playing. Not to mention that your Android devices, you can hook controllers to them so you can get that classic experience.
Oh, true. I forgot about that.
It's the 7 remake everybody wanted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Say Wong asks a pretty good question there.
That we wanted and we deserve.
I've played Resident Evil 4 Remake.
All right. And what can you tell us about it there?
It is one of the best experiences in the Resident Evil franchise that you could probably ever experience, whether classic or original. They keep a lot of elements from both in the entire series. It's like an homage to the entire franchise, especially for being the most renowned game in the series. It is fantastic.
Yeah, no doubt. It's some badassery. And then, like, just from out of nowhere comes my better half.
Yo.
Welcome.
Hey. Oh, Captain, my captain.
Yes. Addy soldier.
So
how are you guys doing tonight? I'm trying to get my headphones in. Sorry I was late. I was in a conversation with my friend.
You're good.
She was talking my ear off about movies, so we were
Well, we were just what we're doing tonight there, Mrs. Fourzze, is we're doing Summer Games Fest reactions, because we're taking a look at some of the highlights, and then we're going to hit a brand new hyper-realistic horror demo.
Okay.
And then we're going to jump into some Zelda with some Zelda lore and theory conversation.
Okay.
And that's going to be our night.
Conversation.
Huh?
That's my type of conversation.
Of course it is. All right, so next on our list, I found
you want theories from me. You know, I got this guy that I can talk about all day.
Aaron says something here, which I love. The original Resident Evil is the scariest game I've ever played besides Silent Hill.
Oh God, yeah. Silent Hill.
Silent Hill is my favorite game. It's my favorite series. I've written not one paper about Silent Hill, but 3 papers about Silent Hill,
which is badassery. All right, so the next one we're going to get into is oh son, what did we call this? This is Pinocchio meets Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, this is how they described this game before they announced it. They said it was like a Soulsborne game that takes a lot of inspiration off of Pinocchio, and you can definitely see it. It also looks like a bit of a horror, psychological horror, maybe action game. It looks a lot like the game Alice Madness Returns.
Yeah.
Aaron, you and I were just talking about it. We were just talking about Madness Returns. I love that game.
So I would like to present for 2023 Lies of P.
All right.
Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
Oh, this looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
This looks so sick. I'm so excited to try this.
Ooh.
Yeah, this has a very Alice feeling to it.
It does. It does have a very Madness Returns. This music is very Edith Piaf.
The combat system looks nice and tight too. I would love a new Alice game.
Listen, pal. Nice landing, but let's not make it a habit.
Cute.
So that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
so that music is very reminiscent of the 20s of like Edith Piaf, like French 20s music. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
So reactions, boy, what did you think?
Oh, great. Going to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Honestly, looks like a solid game. Probably won't pick it up myself, nor have you pick it up for me because, yeah.
Wow.
would probably watch somebody go through it. Like my girlfriend, she was a massive Alice fan. She might be interested in it. Might watch her go through it.
It looks like something that would go to Game Pass relatively quick.
It does.
Maybe
It does
within a
very
couple
much.
of months of its initial release. I don't see it doing well at $59 for very long.
Oh, no.
I don't see it as a day
I
one
mean, I
thing.
don't think most games would be that way anyway. But yeah.
I could see it going to Game Pass for something to play for free. It does look really good, and it does look like it's worth a playthrough. And
Yeah.
because of the horror element, I think that's something the husband would be interested in playing as well.
Oh, yeah, he would.
Well, of course you too, honey. And what type of Kyber Cave husband would I be if I didn't have something very, very special planned for Mrs. Fourzze?
Oh,
Because
I'm
I saw
excited
this.
now.
I saw this and about freaked out. So I know for a fact that when I show you this, oh my God, shut up. When I show you this, you will be so happy. So
I see what you're doing here.
here we go.
Captain's
All
log,
right.
stardate 43152.4.
Okay. Yep.
Our fleet is cautiously entering
You're welcome.
hostile territory.
Thank you. What can I say?
Look at these guys.
Lower your shields and surrender your ships. To look out inside this house. Resistance is futile.
Is this another armada? Is this a new Starfleet armada?
Hold
So it looks
on.
like. Oh my God! It looks like. Oh, it's infinite. Okay. What, Garrick?
And June 16th, the full reveal on Picard Day.
Huh.
Yes, that's
So-
actually also that is when the new Strange New Worlds drops too.
So next week we will show the whole thing. We'll watch the full reveal on the channel. So we'll get to see.
Garrick's in there. Oh, that's so cool.
I thought you'd like that.
Well, yeah, and it also has there's Picard. I'm trying to think of each of the different people that are shown there.
Picard,
I don't think that's
Worf.
No, that's not Worf.
That's not
That's,
Worf?
No, that's not Worf. You kidding? The crazy eyes? I'm trying to remember what his name is. Worf kills him actually, and spoilers from like 30 years ago
Oh, right.
So who do we got?
in Deep Space Nine. So this is Gul Dukat. We have oh my god, screen translate. It starts with a G, and right now my brain is like not. It's not coming to me at the moment. Oh my god, why can't I think of his name?
Now remember his name.
Oh my god, no. What is his name? Oh my god, I should lose my Star Trek card. Oh my god.
God, all the Dragon Balls.
Because Worf actually Worf actually backs him up. Oh my god, why am I not? Why?
It'll come back.
Why am I?
It's one of those nights.
I don't know. I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna be like, oh my god. Why is this being such a why?
So how many of y'all were familiar with the 2010 release of Alan Wake?
Oh, yes, Alan Wake.
Gowron.
I'm a dumb Gowron. Yeah, because Worf backs Gowron in TNG, and then he ends up having to kill him in Deep Space Nine. Spoilers, everyone.
Oh my god.
So today
Yes.
we got for the very first time the world premiere of Alan Wake 2.
Oh.
And we actually get to see some gameplay, and Alan Wake 2 will introduce a brand new character that will be alongside Alan Wake. So Alan Wake 2.
The Borg. Okay. Oh, you play it. Okay. This gameplay looks amazing.
This already looks sick.
And it's not
It actually
full
looks.
gameplay.
It looks like it's using the same engine that was being used in the Forest, in the new Forest game.
Sounds like somebody's home.
Does it?
Really?
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Probably Sergeant Obvious.
Sorry, Sergeant Obvious or Detective Obvious. Maybe it's Detective Obvious.
The atmosphere is really well done here.
Oh, this is very Silent Hill atmosphere. It's great.
Oh, absolutely.
Are you tired, the boy?
Well, you better wake up.
I'm trying.
Hey, I had a stream before this, so
Oh, you did a stream before this?
Yeah, we were on Distance Nerding.
Oh, you were both on Distant Learning? That's awesome.
Oh,
I
dear.
was there. I voted.
yeah, I took Graveyard's place tonight of running the bracket.
Oh, shit. Oh, so we're basically going to be fighting the Fae. Awesome. Fantastic.
Lovely.
Yeah, this is actually a Fae creature.
Dude.
Or at least it's based on, the design is based on a Fae.
Yeah.
An ancient Fae creature. Yeah. I don't remember what they're called. It's a Native American, but they're yeah.
Oh, okay. Shoot it in the head first. You wouldn't have these problems.
Exactly.
Because the person can't shoot.
Shoots like me. Got it. She's witness to my stormtrooper level missing.
But then you Molotov them and it actually works.
And to be fair, it used to be worse.
Shut up.
I'm actually really good at that. Actually, in Mass Effect, you have improved, because in Mass Effect, you've actually been really good at getting the headshots.
They are slower in that game.
Oh, you're dealing with paranormal shit.
So this does look good, and I think Mezzo might enjoy this as well.
Yeah, I'll play this. I'd play this. This looks really good.
And I think we might need to do a playthrough of the original Alan Wake.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind
That would-
doing that. That'd be awesome, actually. I haven't played it, so I would like to play it. Oh, this looks really good. So there's Alan.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead. There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right.
Woo.
We are dealing with Faye. Great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if we're dealing with the Unseelie Court. That'd be interesting.
Ooh.
Like, oh, we're dealing with the Fae. Okay, cool. That's my go-to. Do not deal in the dealings with Fae. They are tricksy creatures.
Let's see. Okay, we'll do this one.
For your
great
punching
atmosphere.
and good with ketchup. That's why you don't mess in the affairs of Fae or dragons, because you're crunchy and good with ketchup.
Aaron is asking about the original synopsis of the original Alan Wake because he's never heard of it.
You've never heard of Alan Wake? What's wrong with you, Aaron?
All right, Mrs. Fourzze, give us the synopsis.
Kidding.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. I've seen playthroughs. I've seen short playthroughs of it. I do know that Alan Wake. I think it's a murder mystery that you're trying to solve. If I remember correctly, you go to a place and it seems like it's abandoned, and then you enter a horror world. That's what I remember of Alan Wake. Like, it's actually very atmospheric. It's very it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn horror game.
Right.
It's like Silent Hill. It's very Silent Hill like.
So the big reveal of today, obviously, if you haven't seen it all over Facebook yet, would be this little gem right here.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster, caused by a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2. Amidst the wreckage of the expressway, search and rescue operations are already...
Oh, Final Fantasy? What? Tifa and Aerith. What? Oh, this is Final Fantasy VII Remake. Part 2.
Wow. Just look at it all. It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still going strong.
It may look that way, but in reality, it's barely hanging on.
I was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been? And you're asking me this? This is gonna sound crazy, but as far as I know, where was that 5 years ago?
The life stream. It is the very essence of our star. The blood coursing through its planetary veins.
According to Hojo, they're connected to Sephiroth. Shadows of the Man, I believe he called them.
Sephiroth was in Midgard. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what.
Well now, think we woke it up.
Angered it, more like.
Keep your eyes on the Turk's latest and greatest, Elena.
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
Nice. Damn. Professor Sweet.
They say she's a monster, that she can peer inside you, into the very depths of your soul, that she can become those you hate, those you fear, those you love.
Free. Yeah.
You murdered my dad. You burned my village.
You know that I killed her. So, who is she?
Damn.
Yeah.
The
So-
gameplay looks amazing.
Oh, you can go ahead and say it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
they
that's-
did Cloud's voice in a way perfectly because he sounds like the traditional 90s hero.
He so what I noticed about the combat system in this game, so it's not too much different from 7 Remake Part 1, but they move a lot more like Advent Children.
Yes, that's what I was actually really noticing was that they
There's
were
a lot more jumping around and hopping
Yes.
from wall to wall, and there's a lot of Advent Children, very Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
I still hate the battle system. I still think they freaking raped my game with it, but whatever. It's going to be what it is.
Actually, you know, it reminds me of Dragon Age 2 as well. Dragon Age 2's combat system is very much like that, and which I actually like. I like Dragon Age 2's combat system, so that's just me though.
I've been through the original Dragon Age, but not Dragon Age 2.
We will have to play it, Mr. Fourzze. After we're done with Mass Effect, we will have to play some Dragon Age 2 because I love the story of Dragon Age 2. Not everyone did, but I love Dragon Age 2. Varric is the best thing ever.
And
This Varric's great. I'm weirdo, but I love Varric. Anyways.
And I thought this one was unusual, but I'll go ahead and end it on this one.
Okay. And no one else has anything else to say about the remake? The boy?
Oh, he's ready.
I need to finish playing Intergrade. I haven't
Oh,
finished
yeah,
the
you gotta-
story yet.
You got to go through Yuffie's story, don't you?
I started it, and then I got caught up on the little mini game with like the little board game, like I always do.
Yeah.
What about you, Cam?
I actually need to start it.
Oh, you haven't played the remake yet.
No.
You haven't played the first one. Okay.
It's part of the reason I probably haven't started 8 yet, because I'm gonna be, just playing Triple Triad on and off.
I freaking
Did
love
they
Triple
have the
Triad.
8? Did they do a remake of 8 as well?
No.
They did a
No.
remaster of it.
They are,
Huh.
but fans are screaming for 8 right now.
I think
Really
9.
interesting.
But what
Yeah,
I'm
9 is where it's at, really.
I'm waiting on the confirmation because there's the rumor mill is that 9 is getting a full from the ground up remake.
Not
like
just
7
that,
did.
but 9 and Tactics.
Okay.
Really?
Tactics.
Yes.
is gonna
Holy
be
shit. Well, I mean, I guess I'm not that surprised, but 9 is, I am interested in seeing what they do with 9. That will be interesting. Whether they give it this type of remake where it looks ultra realistic, or if they are going to just do an updated version of, like, they're still going to use the same character designs from the original.
So I was wrong. We have 2 more, but both of these next 2 are from one of my favorite artists of all time, Akira Toriyama.
Oh.
Greatest artist of all time.
Okay.
I mean.
So let's take a look at his newest title, not related to Dragon Ball or Dragon Quest, but this is an independent title done by Akira Toriyama, Sandland.
Do you like Akira Toriyama?
I drank all the water. How do you think I got so fat?
I need to watch this on my new plasma TV. It looks so good. very Akira Toriyama. He's got such a signature style.
Yeah.
I wouldn't need to know that this was that. I wouldn't need anyone to tell me this was created by Akira Toriyama. I'd be like, yeah, this is Akira Toriyama.
She says you can bet on me. It's always better. She says she gets just what she needs.
Yeah, this looks freaking good.
Looks horrible.
It looks very original Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
ちょっと運転させてくれよ。
やめなさい、王子。
やめなさいよ。
いいぞ。やってみるか。
いいのか？
Yeah, that's gonna be that one. That one is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Now, there was one title that was not announced at
Oh,
Games Fest, but I do want to show it, and it'll be our last one for the night.
Coitus.
Let's see.
I always forget the tags.
Is that? Yep. This is it.
I want to know in the comments what your guys' thoughts on the second part of Final Fantasy VII are, or what you hope if they remake 8 or 9, what you hope to see from it. Put it down in the comments.
Yeah. So last one of the night, also by Akira Toriyama. And this is actually a very popular. It's actually gaining momentum here in the U.S. because originally it was never shown here, but then Hulu released it, and I think it's coming to Funimation soon. But this is Dragon Quest: The Adventures of Dai.
And this is
this,
or is this a game?
So this is a game.
Oh, okay.
And this will be the first English rendition of Dai that we're going to see here in the States, right here from the game. So this one actually looks pretty badass. So I'll enjoy this.
Let's do it. It's very nice. It's been a while since I've seen that time.
Long ago, when the gods first created this world, the gods of dragons, darklings, and humans convened and came to an agreement to create a being with the strength of dragons, the magic power of darklings, and the heart of humans. An ultimate warrior. The Dragon Knight.
Fight with the power of good.
This looks so sick.
I just have to sacrifice myself and do whatever I can.
Nice.
That looks so good. I may even play it in Japanese because I've seen some of this in Japanese, and it's solid. It's so good.
Yeah.
So, and what's really cool is that this one is going to be coming out in September around my birthday, so that'll be fun. And it's cool because we already have plenty of games. Like, so as it stands right now, we have Tears of the Kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy 16, Diablo, and
Yes.
Street Fighter 6, all to basically hold us over through the entire summer. Like we've got enough content to keep pretty much everybody, plus our streams and our recordings and stuff, satisfied, plus Mass Effect.
Yeah, we're doing Mass Effect, guys. Just saying.
So to keep all this stuff going, literally until this game drops, and I will be playing this game when it drops because it's going to be that freaking good. It's going to be that good.
Are you going to pre-order for the Dragon Quest 3 hero outfit?
Yes. Good. It's got such a Z feel to it. That's what I love about it. Like
it's the same artist, of course.
Well, I mean, it's just the
Of
way.
course. I'm like, wow, Kira Toriyama is his. Why do his main characters always have the same haircut?
Well, I have to admit, Dai is very much, reminiscent of Gohan. It's like 10-year-old Gohan.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I saw it too.
So there's.
I do think we should do some Alice Madness Returns because it's an awesome game.
Yes, I have it, and it's easy to get. Do you have it?
I used to. I don't have it anymore. I used to have it. But I did love the game. I would have played it again. Yeah, we're not going to get into why I don't have the game anymore.
It's okay. Right,
another game that I would like to try to play at some point would be Darksiders 2, actually, because I still haven't yet. I have yet to complete that game. I've had that game for 10 years and I still haven't beaten it.
Did you know that I made a sound font out of Darksiders 1 and 2?
Oh, that's awesome. Darksiders 1 was fantastic. I love that game. That game is so good. But I'm having a lot of fun playing I was having a lot of fun playing Darksiders too, but I haven't beaten it yet.
So before we move on, that was pretty much aside from Mortal Kombat 1, those were the highlights from Summer Games Fest. Cam, thoughts?
I loved them. I want to play some of them. I wish they were out right now.
So you can register for the beta for Final Fantasy Ever Crisis right now.
If you have an Android.
Or iOS.
No, it said Android register for beta.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so if you got an Android phone, you can go register
right now.
Yeah, you can register for the beta for that right now. Honestly, everything that I showed this evening, I'm excited for. It's just a shame that most of it's coming next year. But like I said, we have a very, very strong roster to carry us through Christmas, basically. If you count Die, we've got stuff to get us all the way to Christmas. Oh, and before the year is out, we did get a release date on Spider-Man 2. So that's going to be October.
October 20th.
Yes. And that's going to be in the running for Game of the Year, but there's no way it's going to beat Zelda. There's no way. Zelda's a 15 out of 10. I'm sorry. And I'm not sorry.
So are we going to play some more Zelda? Is that what we're doing now? Is we're going to do some Zelda?
Actually, before we do that, we're going to get a little scary.
Oh, sweet.
We're getting scurry.
Scurry.
We're going to get spoopy.
Do you want to play this, kiddo, or do you want me to play it?
I don't have it installed.
Okay.
What is this that we're doing?
So let me bring it up.
I know that there are supposed to be also 3 Silent Hill game releases this year as well. So I do know that.
If Graveyard can help me, because I actually found my old Wii U today.
Ooh.
Well,
do you have Shattered Memories on there?
How do you keep getting in my head? Oh wait, it's you.
Because I'm thinking Silent Hill, Wii U. Oh, Shattered Memories.
Yeah. So yes, I do.
I made an educated guess.
And that's something you and I can go through.
Sweet. I love me some Harry Mason adventures. Yay.
That was such a sad game too. It was sad and
Shattered Memories or Silent Hill 1? They're both sad. They're both actually really sad.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so I need to make sure to get over here. So I have
I don't find Silent Hill that scary, actually. I find it to be an incredibly sad game. I mean, it is. It's got psychological horror for sure, but I don't find it to be as scary as some. Like I can play that game all alone with the lights out, no problem. For instance, but it does make me think about life. Like it makes me think about. I start getting all existentialist on it, so, which is kind of scary. That is existentialist horror. Yeah.
Jeez, I should not have looked at that number.
What number?
So one of my reels on Instagram has over 24,000 views on it.
Yes.
Nice.
And 514 likes.
Nice.
Talking about
like
dude.
I said, this is the number 2 of it blowing up.
Ooh, depart. Okay, let's do it. That's right.
All right, so hopefully this is why.
Oh, also, I just want to say, Alan says, "Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared."
Thank you. We won't. We'll try not to be.
I'm not hearing any music though. There.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything either.
Shit. All right.
Is this a beta or not beta? Is this a demo?
It's
Prototype.
it's a demo. It's a prototype. It's not very long at all.
Okay.
Hits play and that's it.
Sure.
Just that
Demo
quick.
over.
Yeah.
Demo over.
Thanks for playing the prototype.
Sweet.
Seriously.
We were just testing to see if the start menu works.
All right, entire screen. That one. Share system audio, and go.
Nope.
Damn it. Nothing.
I hear it faintly.
Yeah, very, very.
Like, do you hear the little?
Oh, now I'm
boing?
starting to hear it. Yeah, now I'm starting to hear it. You can turn it up.
Now you hear nothing.
Yeah, I can hear it now.
I hear a little bit of it.
Yeah,
All right.
I can hear it now.
All right. Let's give this a go.
All right.
Also, for us, we're still good on YouTube.
Excellent. All right. Up, down, up, down. Yeah, you knew what I did.
I have it installed now in case of any problems.
Okay. So this is what's called a hyper realistic horror game.
Hyper realistic, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Oh, the corners are so tight.
Corner.
Ooh, very
Yep.
scary.
This is scary because the dark is always scary.
You think darkness is your ally.
Great, thank you, Deckard King.
I was born in the darkness.
Oh, never mind. Is that supposed to be Rosh?
Bane.
Bane.
Rosh Mogul. Oh, yeah. Man. Sorry.
From Dark Knight Rises.
Yes. Dark Knight Rising.
Best iteration, personally.
Really?
No, not at all.
The best one was from Harley Quinn.
Yes.
I'm returning your wedding present.
God.
Okay.
Shoot
that.
Shoot.
Shoot, we can't go in there.
No, we can't go in.
The hell? Come on.
Not that way.
My controls
Yeah,
are
I mean-
locking up. I can't move. My controls are locked up.
I know.
Is that on? I wonder, is that on purpose?
It's a prototype. I mean, there's glitches and everything to it. Move, please. There we go. Jeez, I'm a freak. Hey, son,
Oh,
boot
could
up
have been
yours and
that
see if you
little
get
lamp
anything
that was on
better.
the floor.
All right.
We may have to run it on your side. Oh, shit.
What? But I missed as soon as I minimized. Dang it.
Just a painting on the wall scared me. All right.
What, the little alien?
Well, I turned the corner like this, and it was like, oh, see, it winks at me too.
It's winking.
He's all like,
winking at
wink, I'm your first jump scare.
Oh,
go in there.
gee, holy.
How's it look on your system?
Very good.
All right, because
You having trouble there, Mr. Fourzze?
yeah, it's not responding.
Are we having some performance issues?
Settings.
Isn't creepy at all.
Sensitivity.
Yeah, your sensitivity might need to go up a little.
Let's try that. Okay, all right, that's a little better. And a gun. Okay, so I need to find a way to get in there. Okay.
Can I close mine now, or should I just keep it up just in case?
And it just locked me up at the same spot I got stuck at last time.
Oh, wow.
There is a little lamp on the floor.
Yeah.
Yep. Do they need to get around it? Yep. Wait. Oh, there you go. Okay, so is that where you were before? Okay.
Okay, so it's
okay. So, yes, you went into a big old circle. Yeah, there's not a lot of music.
oh no, there won't be.
Oh, okay.
It's all about atmosphere.
It's what?
There you go.
It's all about atmosphere.
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 Okay, you wanna pick that up? You wanna pick that up? Thank you.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay, why do you have blood? Okay, I have questions. Like, why do you have blood on you?
I have immediate questions now.
All right, ask away.
Okay, why do you have blood on you?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, why do you have blood on you already?
Here's a better question. Where the hell are we?
There you go.
I mean, yes, but no.
Do I close my copy now, or
I mean, do you want to take over?
only if you don't want to keep going?
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
No.
What?
That door just opened on its own.
Oh, really?
Dude.
Huh.
I can take over if you want.
One sec. So go down to
present.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have anybody watching us now. Great. Nobody's here.
Yeah, because I'm the only one just making sure we don't.
They all got scared.
They got scared. They got scared and ran away.
They got scared and ran away.
Scared.
Yeah, whatever. Share screen.
Sure.
Scared.
Oh,
Scared.
I think that's the wrong. Not one. Not the right one. All right. Share. Window. There we are.
And did you click on the bottom left part where it said share system audio?
I think so.
We shall see.
Y'all seeing this?
We're seeing it.
Ultra wide.
Yes. Are you hearing it though? Can you hear the
No.
footsteps? No.
So,
Okay.
so take it down and then bring it back up again and then hit share system audio.
Okay. I'm new to this.
It's all right.
All right. Large. Share.
And then on the, did you?
It's not. There's not an option for that, man. Not an option, man. Audio.
1 second.
1 second.
And I'm the young hip guy. I'm supposed to know this. This is share tab audio, but not window audio.
Entire screen. You should be able to see share system audio, but you need to put it on a window that'll. You probably put the game on one of your screens. Yeah. All right, restroom, and I'll be back. So go ahead.
All right. Getting this figured out. Don't worry.
We're getting there.
Don't worry. It's fine.
Okay. Now, hopefully, maybe.
Welcome if you're new. Welcome. See, someone showed up.
Okay. Can you guys hear it now?
No, I hear nothing, Jon Snow.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
we're here.
Oh, Lordy.
I hear nothing, Jon Snow.
Let's try this once more.
Okay.
Entire screen. Screen one. Sure.
Sorry.
Okay. Got it. Still can't hear anything, can you?
Nope.
Nope.
That's so weird. I'm sharing the screen. So weird.
All right.
Apparently, no audio is still coming through. Nothing.
Check your settings in the actual game by pressing escape.
Oh, yeah. Settings.
I hear it.
I hear it now.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right.
Let's go.
My name is Dende.
My name is
Name's
Dende. I am still waiting.
I'm gonna call you Little Green. My name is Dende.
Little Green.
Don't mind us. We're weird.
I think you mean we're awesome.
Don't contradict me, sir.
Good thing horror games are my jam.
Good thing.
Good thing.
Indeed.
That's so weird.
What? What is so weird?
When you move the camera, it moves the entire hand. Interesting. All right. We're all right.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot that now. All right, cool. Got the young guy here is like, yeah, I'm just gonna go through all this. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not scared at all. I wonder
So
if I shoot,
there?
it does not. It doesn't light up the room. All right. Oh no.
Oh, and now there's no light.
We'll just keep going this way. It's okay.
I'm just gonna go that way then. Okay. Okay.
I'll follow the light. Interesting. Okay, so when you press left and or A and D, you lean instead of just move
neat.
that way. It's pretty interesting. I don't like the heartbeat.
I mean, I guess your character. I guess he's getting a bit like, oh god.
Not going downstairs. Horror game rule number 1.
Oh boy, what is that?
Chair. Chairs. Chair and a table? I don't know. Oh yeah. Gotta turn off the lights here. Yeah. Now it's real spooky.
Spoopy.
Can I shoot these down?
Oh, there's sound. Yeah, now you just told them where you are, though.
So be it. I have a firearm.
Nice. Now you have a flashlight now. Yes.
May or may not be licensed. We are not sure by the blood in our hand.
Oh, okay. Nice. Cool. Can you check to see if that guy is still there?
He wished it was just a mask. Yeah, it's on the clothing hanger.
Nice. Okay.
Alrighty.
Cool. This is getting interesting now. This actually looks really good.
It does. It looks great, but very scary.
Chair. Yes, chairs are very scary.
I mean, they can be. What if like sit down and a leg breaks and then you fall? Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Uh-oh.
Hyper realistic.
I am not scared. Okay.
Okay, that's so bean.
Oh no.
Get back to the ship, Gohan. Get back to the ship.
Okay.
Is there anything? See,
Why? Okay,
I never made it through Outlast, so.
Okay, seriously, screw that game.
That's
Outlast?
scary.
Oh, this way. Yes, because we're gonna follow what somebody wrote there. Okay, I guess that's what we're gonna do.
There's breathing. Do you guys hear that?
Oh, there's someone right there. Now they're not there anymore.
Now you're messing with me. Are you messing with me?
I'm not messing with you. There says there was somebody right there. Their back was turned towards you.
Nah.
Yes.
Oh.
Why would I lie?
To make it more scary.
Huh?
Make it more scary.
No. Mr. Fourzze, do I lie?
She has no reason to lie.
No reason.
The atmosphere is very intense. Very. I don't know if you guys hear that in the ears. It's like vibrations.
Mm-hmm. Oh, someone's home. Well, speaking of which, people just got home at my house.
That's a good thing.
Yep. I'm going to have to go for a few minutes.
Okay.
But I'll be back.
Yay.
Yeah.
What the?
Oh, shit. Okay, maybe not. Maybe okay. Wait, what was that?
I do believe he's dead.
What was that, though?
It dead now.
I mean, I guess it's... I was like, I'm going to go, and then I missed what was going on. Good job, me. Is it just a crazed person? I'm very confused.
I guess he ran at me. What the?
Sure.
He ran at me with a bat.
Oh, with the... Oh, okay. With the
to the ship.
Go on, get back to the ship.
You know, just in case, we're gonna like. That did nothing.
You shot the doorknob off. You really think
You
it's
don't
going to
know.
work?
It might have worked.
Uh-huh.
I love horror games, but I remember I hate horror games.
And this is why we just watch Markiplier Duel.
I don't watch Markiplier.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was kind of freaky. Okay, I guess I'm okay.
I got fast reflexes.
That's good.
Hey, look at that.
I think you need to do that.
Hey, valve number 2.
Oh, 3.
Yeah.
Comment, by the way. Nope. Okay.
I've watched this before too.
You watch Corey
Like,
play?
I should know what's happening, but playing it is
Why
not
did
the same thing.
stop? The atmosphere stopped.
I don't like dark places.
I can't name somebody who does. Why?
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Sorry. Come on.
Hello? This is terrible. I am not having a good time. Oh. Something tells me Bad News Bears is about to happen. I think I found Bad News Bears.
There's one. There's 2.
I reload! Well, frick. How do I retry? Enter? Space.
Click on. Should be able to click on retry.
Play. Okay, so we're back here. What the? Whoa!
He didn't make it.
I don't think I did. Cam, where'd you get the mask from? I just look over and
he's hiding his tears of fear.
Yeah.
I had to bring that over from the last stream.
Nice.
Because it's just so fitting with finding like 2 masks already.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. First guy. Here comes number 2. Come on. What? Oh, put him down in one shot. Take that, bud. What?
Reload.
No way.
What? No way.
You're... What?
The fuck?
There we go. Reload.
Gotta make sure. Okay.
There we go.
All right, I would say we are making our way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and we're homebound.
Oh, for the love of God.
Hey! Oh, I'm funny and you know it.
Oh, this is the one that...
Sir, can you stop?
He's dancing. Come on.
Sir? Are you Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson Thriller. All right. Get out of my way.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You get the dancing one at the end to complete it.
Deathless did it. Deathless. Thank you for.
Wow.
That was an experience.
That's ridiculous.
That was.
Okay. Mark, did I miss everything?
You did. That's okay though. We'll wrap it up. So I died once or twice, and then I didn't. And that was the game.
And there was a dancing figure at the end.
Yeah, he was Michael Jackson, full-on Thriller. It was
what?
Crazy.
I missed this amazingness? Damn.
Just rewind the stream and watch it on YouTube. It'll show you.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
You won't miss a thing. All right. So that is Depart for anybody who wants to get into some
terrifying,
hyper realistic horror gaming. I know there's going to be a couple coming out here pretty soon that we're going to get Frey Girl involved in because her reactions are gold.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not the greatest at reacting to stuff.
After Crimson Snow with her just kind of like squealing and hiding under a blanket, that was so funny. That was so funny. So yeah, that's hyper realistic horror gaming, y'all. For our last 20, 30 or so minutes, we'll bust out with a little bit of Zelda action.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
I keep having the meme of Roger taking the sticks, whatever the else it is, and the bubble gum, and then it popping up with the AK-47.
Got an AK-47, and you know it makes you feel all right.
All right.
Let me go and put on the. Let me go and turn back on my lights because this is just weird. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just gonna turn on my light.
Put out my
So,
fire.
Fourzze, is it true that you cannot pet the animals?
What?
No!
You can't pet the animal. Ouch. Okay.
No, but you can get them to like you just by standing close to them.
Well, that's a win.
Little fluffy dog.
Look how little Link is, like how short he is next to the dog, though.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go check out the ending here.
Okay.
So what kind of lore action did you want us to get into?
Yes. So, Cam, out of the 3 Zeldas you played, which one is your favorite and why?
I'd have to say Twilight Princess.
That's my boy. Okay.
Because I like
will always be the best.
just the duality of it, you know, going into the wolf form.
Okay.
What about you there, son of Fourzze? Give us your
Well,
take.
you already know which one is mine. Skyward Sword, hands down.
Give us the reason why.
There was many reasons why. It was the best Link. Now I say that because there's a lot of lore that goes into it, but on just the surface, he gave us the most emotion a Link has ever given us. We got he obviously had training with the sword in the background. So he was more experienced than any of the other we've played as. he had the tightest connection with Zelda to date. Still, and the most he also had the most in Skyward Sword. We got the most. I would say bonding out of Link and Zelda because we could see that a connection was really there. I'm pretty sure it was confirmed, maybe in Hyrule Historia, that they did when they founded Hyrule get married and rule as king and queen together, which is really cool.
What?
You found it, didn't you?
What? I feel like I got trolled. I felt like that we just got trolled. That's what it's like. Yep. We were just trolled in the end. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's just some game designing.
It's fun.
We basically they just were like, yep, we're just gonna thriller dance you, and then the end.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a troll. Thanks, game. Okay, this is kind of neat. What is that?
So this is Hyrule Castle.
Okay, but
And
what are all these things here?
That is what's called the Gloom.
The Gloom, okay.
The Gloom. And just to give you a little, keep an eye on my hearts. Watch this. This is what the Gloom does. So because we're out in the sunlight, it won't really affect me that much. But if we're in the depths or the underground and you touch the Gloom, it cuts off access to the heart that it takes away, so you don't get it back.
Oh wow.
Until you're back in the sunlight again.
Interesting. Well, I'm just looking at the people that are with you. That's very interesting.
Okay, so these are the spirits of
the sages?
Yes.
The great sages? Okay.
I just keep them out at all times.
Well, I'm looking. We've got Keanu there. I'm trying to think who else. We have Uraros. We have who else?
Tulin, who is the Rito sage.
Oh, Sage of Water. Okay.
Wind.
Sage of Wind? Ruto is Wind?
Ruto
is Water.
That's the Zora.
Yeah, it's the Zora. So there's my Zora. There's my Goron.
Yes.
There's my
fire.
Gerudo. There's my...
Okay.
So my Gerudo is lightning. That's Tulin. That's wind.
Okay, Tulin, wind. Yeah.
And this is Minoru, who is the Sage of Spirit.
Right.
And she gets a construct. You know, every time I come here, I always freaking forget this.
Yeah, so Skyward Sword is my favorite for many reasons. Captain Lady Moon, Mrs Fourzze, whatever you would like to be known as.
Yes.
What is your favorite Zelda game?
It's the OG. I mean, come on.
It's this one. It's that one right there.
He's like, it's that one. Yes. It's Ocarina of Time forever. And Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask is very good.
Yes, it's a phenomenal game.
100%.
Ocarina will always be my favorite. It's the OG. Actually, that was one of the reasons what I did like Twilight Princess about is because it had so many references to Ocarina of Time that it was actually very emotional for me playing the game because of all the references to Ocarina it had.
Have you ever played Wind Waker?
I have. Actually I have Phantom Hourglass on my 3DS.
Ooh.
Which Mr. Forrest has actually he has seen my 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
The Wind Waker also had, of course, direct ties to Ocarina.
Yes, it did. Absolutely.
So what is it about Ocarina that just makes it so appealing and awesome and wonderful to you?
I mean, it actually is... It's a masterpiece in storytelling, but it has so many like it's got like the themes are just really great. Same with Majora's Mask. Like the themes of Majora's Mask are really about the 5 stages of grief. So it like that's the whole thematic and loss. Like that's the thematic storytelling of Majora's Mask. But there is that in Ocarina of Time too, but it's really about the loss of innocence and childhood. So it's actually one of the saddest saddest Legend of Zelda games because of that reason. Because it's actually has 2 storylines that are kind of going in the same time, but it's about the loss of innocence and childhood. Once you go through something, you actually never come back from that. It's the same as if you're going through war, you don't come back the same person, and that's what happens to Link. Is he's going, and Zelda and all the people that are actually involved, is that they go through this thing, but they don't actually come back. There's never a return to innocence. Even if it's a return of innocence for everyone else, it's actually not a return of innocence for Link. Link never gets that back. So,
What the hell's my chasm? I always find
it's
the
a
water, but I
very
never find the chasm.
so it's a very deep game in that way. So that's what I love about Legend of Zelda in general, but that is very true for Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very
lot of them
hero of time.
I just made this connection right now, but a lot of Zelda games are definitely kind of like Dr. Seuss writings. They all had separate meanings to them than that originally forefront. Some darker than others, obviously. Yeah. Especially being Twilight and Majora's Mask.
Yep. I mean, especially, Majora's Mask, like, obviously Link is dead, No way, that's kind of the whole thing of, like, Majora's Mask. It's like, it's him accepting that he's actually dead. In a way. I mean, that's one of the takes you could take in that. But, well, no, I mean, it's written into the game. That's actually what the game is about, the stages of grief and the acceptance of grief, of loss. That is, I mean, that's what the writers have talked about with Majora's Mask. That's why it's actually a brilliant game. But, and they actually hint that in Twilight Princess, actually, because the hero of time, the fallen hero,
is the
she turned into the Stalfos. In the child timeline. So no, he did die, apparently. I don't want to believe that. I want to believe that he lived a full life and then he died a hero's death, or that he died as an old man. But I mean, it doesn't look like that's the case.
I think he did die a hero's death on the battlefield, specifically because of his appearance in Twilight Princess, where he is obviously confirmed to be the hero Shade, which teaches Twilight Link all of those moves.
There it finally is. Somebody finally messaged me.
Jeez.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
All of my ringtones actually in my phone are all from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, which Mr. Fourzze can confirm.
I can.
So just to tell you, and my lock screen actually is this is my lock screen.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it is it's Majora's Mask, actually. So yes.
You can see this, but this is one of my home screens.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that is an awesome screen. And then I've got, of course, my actual screen. I'm sure Mr. Fourzze will know what this is now.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you knew what the significance of this though when you were here, because hadn't played any of Mass Effect yet.
Mm-mm.
He's like, "What is that screen? What does it mean?" I was like, "Oh, we must play Mass Effect, sir."
Oh, I will educate you, Mr. Fourzze.
I will educate you on the amazingness
you
that
will
is
be
Mass
educated.
Effect.
Or
How do you feel about so far about Mass Effect now that you've been playing it? Though?
It's pretty deep, and I'm enjoying it about as much as I've been enjoying Dice of the Old Republic.
Yes. I will say that once we get to Mass Effect 2, I think you're gonna really enjoy it. So I actually had a very long conversation with my friend Sam about Mass Effect last night.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Oh, it was fascinating. I'm not going to tell you about it right now just because you still haven't yet to play through the game and there would be a lot of spoilers.
Did she play through it?
She did. And yeah, so you remember how I said like you have a choice you can be like, you have a lot of choices you can make throughout the game, but like who you are and personality like makes like the choices based on the choices you make. Yeah, we'll have to get into more of that once you play the game or as we're playing the game, but basically she played she's like, I wonder what it was like if you play like a terrible person in the game.
Ooh, dark side.
Yeah, she went full dark side, I guess. She played a character that was absolutely full dark side, and I was like, oh well, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, Sam. Like, what did you expect? You played the asshole of the galaxy.
Which, I mean,
she's like, I know, it was amazing.
Rewarding.
Huh?
In and of itself can be rewarding.
Yeah, let's just say that it was not a good ending. Like she got the ultimate bad ending. Wow.
That's so funny.
I was like, really? She's like, oh yeah. I mean, that's basically what I can say without giving any of it away.
Well,
I was like, wow, Sam, really? She goes, oh yeah, I totally did that. I was like, I mean,
hey, at least now I know there's choices.
Oh, there are choices. You have choices. Depending on those choices you make, it does have consequences. Like, that's what I do love about the game, that you make certain choices, they will come to fruition. But I guess so one thing I did learn that I didn't know is that, so the ending of Mass Effect 3 was supposed to have a completely different ending than the ending we got.
I believe that was patched. So
no. I'm talking about originally, even before the game came out.
Oh.
Yes, they definitely had to patch it because there is a lot. Yeah, I played it before they went and did the patch, the free DLC. Mm-hmm. Because I was pissed. So many people were pissed at the ending.
Bitched so hard about that.
Oh, but for good reason. I don't think it was one of those things that it was absolutely meant. It was absolutely like warranted. They weren't just bitching for no reason. They were bitching because like for a very, very good reason. This is really cool. I'm really enjoying watching like all of the sages fighting with you. I think this is really neat.
What else would you like to discuss about Zelda, fodder?
Yes.
Oh, about how Twilight Princess is quite literally the most superior game of them all?
Yeah, okay, man.
No. But okay. Sure. Ocarina of Time was created so that your Twilight Princess could be created. So yeah.
Oh, we're going there now, are we?
Oh yeah. Yes, we are. You're going there.
It's like, so
Ocarina of Time walks so Twilight Princess could run. Yes, I went there.
So Ocarina is the 1955 of the whole Zelda space-time continuum?
Yes.
Hell no.
Hell yes, it is.
Even though they made the timeline after Twilight came out.
They made it. I mean, no, because no, I don't think that's. I mean, there are 3 separate endings that Ocarina, like everything comes from Ocarina of Time. That's where the timeline split. So, yeah.
Yeah, but there wasn't a timeline split originally when they made it. Only after a bunch of fans were like, where does this all fit? Were they like, that goes there, this one's right there?
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
It does.
It makes sense.
So,
I mean, you have to, if you follow that, like, yeah, the original is from like if the hero of time loses. That's what the original one is from.
Holy crap.
And it's also like, I mean, I think it all makes sense in the grand scheme of things. Why? But yeah. Yep. I mean, although Link to the Past is pretty great. Like the storyline for Link to the Past is pretty awesome. So.
Very good. But if Ocarina was made so that Twilight could blast off, well, Skyward Sword was made so Ocarina could have a standing.
No.
It totally was. Skyward
No,
Sword was
because
what made it
no,
up.
because Ocarina of Time was so innovative. That's where everything it's the progenitor. That's like saying like, oh, we have this psychological horror games, so that Silent Hill has relevance, and it's like, no, dude, it was the progenitor of all of the slow burn psychological horror games. No. Like you see it's the progenitor. So you can't say that, like, oh yeah, it's only so it still is relevant. No, it's not. It's the progenitor. That's why we have this amazing Legend of Zelda games like this that we do, is because Ocarina was such a great game. You can't change my mind.
I'm not here to change anyone's mind.
Wait, Fourzze, do we need to have Graveyard do a Legend of Zelda bracket over on Distance Nerding?
Why? Because freaking Ocarina is going to win it all anyway.
Yes, it is.
It was a good game. Not the best, though.
Oh, that's never a
For
good thing.
what was? I'm sorry, what were you talking about? I wasn't listening under your bullshit.
I'm just speaking the absolute truth. Ocarina is not the best game in the franchise.
Yes, it is. It absolutely is. Because if it wasn't as good of a game as it was, the other games would not have been made. I'm sorry, it wouldn't have been.
Damn it.
Okay,
because
so
all
then
of them
why
exist because of Ocarina of Time.
If Wind
Sorry,
Waker,
that's
which
just
came
how it
out
is.
right after Majora's
If you
Mask
remake
was made.
Ocarina of Time and you put it up against any other of the games back that have been thus released, I bet you, because of everything they have with Ocarina of Time, it would still be the best game. They remake it now. It's like that's like the Final Fantasy VII of all the Ocarinas.
And everybody's hating. Everyone's hating on 7 remake because it's not the same.
Got him.
Nice, did that quickly.
I'm
Only
just
wasted
saying,
like 7
of Final
shoots.
Fantasy VII, that is why everyone heralds that as the best game of the Final Fantasy series. I may not agree. I mean, but I'm just saying that's how people rate the games. They all base it off of Final Fantasy VII. So all the Ocarina games are based off of do they exist on the same level of Ocarina of Time? That is where everyone bases all of their games. Is it as good as Ocarina of Time? There's a reason.
Which
why
I think
that
is
is
sad
the way.
because all of that is based off nostalgia they got as a kid.
No, it's not, because it was actually at the time that it was created. That was actually the way that it was said. It was put as one of the best games ever made of all
Oh,
time.
it's because at the time it was.
But
But
it's
we're
still
like 20
rates
years
that way.
ahead now.
It still rates as well. I mean, I could still go back and play it and still be like, yes, this game is absolutely amazing.
Oh,
even now.
honey, you and I are about to have a lovers quarrel. Because I'm about
I am
to
taking
open
bets right
open this
now.
up.
No, you're not. Because the thing is that the reason we have all of the music, everything that's put in there is because of Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is absolutely the way it's been innovated. That is why we have what we have right now in the game franchise of Legend of Zelda. I'm sorry. That's the way it is. That's how it is. Everything that's put to that same thing, even musically. That's why we have all of those. I mean, yes, there's a bit of that nostalgia there, but I'm telling you, Ocarina of Time still holds up to all of these other games because that is what they base all of the game storytelling and everything from. Ocarina of Time. That is
Okay,
what
my
Ocarina of Time
turn.
is about. Okay.
So, Ocarina happened in the same sort of way that in the same sort of way that Link to the Past happened. It came at a time of great transformation.
Mhm. Sure.
When Super Nintendo hit, everything changed. Everything got 16-bit, and the stuff that came out at the time, Final Fantasy II, Link to the Past, Super Mario World, Super Metroid. It was supposed to be, first of all, the soundtracks were bar none, probably some of the best stuff ever made.
I agree.
And two, it was innovative for its time. Now, if you want to look for the next and probably largest technological jump, that would be from 16-bit to Sony, which was 32, and Nintendo, which was 64.
Yes.
Super Mario 64, Star Fox 64, and the Ocarina of Time were hands down the biggest. I'm going to pay for this. The biggest and most successful things to come from that. Now, on the side of Sony, we had Final Fantasy VII, which at the time, Zelda and Final Fantasy VII, and people, around my age will say that this is a true thing. It was the time of the big sword anime complex.
Sure.
And the Japanese culture, the anime culture was becoming huge here in America at that time. Toonami was a thing on Cartoon Network, but people started to notice that, okay, these aren't just video games made at Nintendo of America. None of them ever were. People were starting to wisen up and figure out, okay, this stuff really is made in Japan. Japan has its own artistic culture, and they have their own kind of way of doing things. And that's why part of the reason why Ocarina was so widely accepted, because it followed the Final Fantasy VII formula, which was anime faces, pretty boys, and big swords.
Sure. I mean, they were made around the same time, but yes. Okay.
That was the culture. That was the big thing at the time. That's why, everybody thinks that Sephiroth.
Culture. Correct.
Yeah,
right.
That's why everybody thinks Sephiroth is the greatest villain of all time, because he's a pretty boy with a long sword.
I think that's really putting it very simplistically, but okay.
It compounds further with Devil May Cry, because again, more anime face big sword complexes.
The music is phenomenal, though. The soundtrack is great.
For Devil May Cry, absolutely. I think Devil May Cry absolutely was another innovator.
The other thing was that many of
that's where QuickTime first came about.
Many of the gamers we have today who are now either game designers or making $1 million off YouTube by just rating games, the Angry Joes of the world, their childhood was during Ocarina of Time's era. Their childhood was not Super Nintendo. When they were between ages 6 and 10, Nintendo 64 was a thing. And the gaming culture right now, that period of time yields the highest amount of quote unquote gamers. And the majority
that was that's our era. I mean, that's my era. I was around that time.
The majority of said gamers, are going to say that that Ocarina was the greatest thing of all time. Now, I am not saying that Ocarina is a bad game. I'm saying that Ocarina is an overhyped game. It is overhyped. It is
not.
I personally
very much is.
Having played through Ocarina several times and Twilight Princess several times, I'm of the opinion that Link is a deeper character in Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess is a better story, and Twilight Princess, for the very, very first time, paints a much more realistic picture of who Zelda at her core really is. Because Zelda originally, and this was 80s thinking, and at the end of the 80s, we storytelling started to get out of this maiden in distress, guys always have to save the girl sort of, rescue the princess. Like, it was really starting to escape that. And what really helped, and I hate to say it, but it's true, Deke Entertainment actually helped that, because that old Zelda cartoon, which, people say they hated, but in fact they really didn't. was the first time we got to see Zelda as a strong, independent princess able to take care of herself and fight battles just as hard as Link.
Mm-hmm.
And people,
I mean, well, you see some of that in even Ocarina of Time. That we see that in Ocarina of Time. I mean, yeah, according to the game. I mean, we don't actually see Sheik do much, but there actually is a lot of behind the scenes things that Sheik actually does.
Yes, yeah, and I won't take that away from you.
I mean,
she does more in the comics.
See more.
Yeah,
that's where you see, like, Zelda really at her best in a lot of ways. I mean, do I think it's kind of bullshit that in the end she just gets captured and you have to save her anyways? Yeah, absolutely, because it's stupid. But I will say that, it's still going off of that whole still maidens in distress. They say that
the whole mentality of
women.
women can't be strong, or they need a guy to save them, and that's just not true.
It's not, and I do think that at least they made that attempt to show that with Ocarina of Time, because she does end up helping out anyways.
Right. So, what I really appreciated about Twilight Princess was the introduction of Midna. Now, many people seem to think that Midna was just going to be another Navi the Fairy, which she wasn't.
No.
Midna, in all truth, she's a seriously tragic story in and of herself.
Of course.
I mean,
you and I've had this conversation. I agree.
She is the Twilight Princess. What sucks for Link is that you actually start to see Link as more of the victim instead of Zelda. Zelda's not the victim in Twilight Princess. Zelda is acting solely on what I like to call royal obligation. She is everything she does is for the good of her kingdom. She doesn't, unlike any other game, she doesn't give a shit about Link or his feelings or what he has to go through, nor does she appreciate anything he does. And the best part of the entire game, after Midna goes through this whole adventure with Link, after ripping him away from his childhood friend, who he genuinely loves, he actually grows to love her. And she clearly loves him. And it's ironic because at the end, Midna has to act under her own royal obligation and sacrifice what she loves, which is Link, to,
Put the bow away.
to take over and properly rule the Twilight Realm. And I'm gonna sink this fool. And there is a tiny spot, you have to look for it, but it's there, and I've caught it every time. When you're done fighting Ganon, or I think it's like before the final fight with Ganon, and Midna's released, and you've got her. Zelda is like, okay, now we have to destroy Ganon, and she essentially looks at Link and is like, okay, do your job. And Link shoots Zelda this look, and
you told me. Yeah, you and I've talked about this part. Yeah.
I am tired of saving this bitch. That's essentially what he does, and I think intentionally that's what the designers of the game did. They painted Link as a human freaking being with his own independent way of thinking and his own emotions, because he's already been ripped away from his girl. He's already gone.
See, but here's the thing that I've even said this when we've talked about this privately. You're also putting a lot of your own, what you are feeling, you're putting all of that onto Link. We don't actually know that that's what he's thinking and feeling.
Well, that's the beautiful thing.
Because that's because everyone takes something different away when you're playing the character.
That's the beautiful thing about. I don't remember them being this much last time. That's the beautiful thing about that story is like it's still. And I hate to say it, son, but I think Skyward Sword kind of took some of this away. Twilight Princess was the last title we had that you can look at Link and kind of guess what he's thinking and kind of make the story your own, because in Skyward Sword it's very, very clear. I mean, Zelda is this pure, wholesome goddess maiden who,
no, not at first.
Not at
Zelda.
first,
Zelda is in Skyward Sword until you make the Master Sword. The true Master Sword is just Link's childhood friend,
But
and you can
she's still
very
a
clearly
sweet,
tell
sweet, timid lady, and like you love Zelda
every
from the
moment
start.
you run into her through the story, you can see they want to be together.
Sure, absolutely.
They are
Whereas
not able to be because she has to get that power, and Link has to go on his journey to grow of his own.
But
which we have with Impa, who kind of forces that upon them.
Mm-hmm.
They're like lovers not meant to be.
It's the starstruck lovers, sure.
Power of Sages cannot reach you
until the end of the game.
Okay, move. The beauty of Twilight is you can actually visually see Link's pain of loss. And I think that's what really makes him a wonderful, wonderful character.
Sure. I mean, I feel like that he's that way in so many of the games.
Like in Skyward, I like in Skyward that they give him more facial features, and that you can see what he's going through.
Yeah, he expresses it more. You can see when he does and doesn't show the courage that he needs to prove himself.
Yeah.
If you want a great more, it's technically fan fiction, but if you want an even better example of Twilight's emotion, read the comic. The comics are fantastic.
I mean, yeah, the comics are fantastic in any
I forgot about this.
Legend of Zelda anyways, so.
Sadly, we don't have a Wind Waker nor a Skyward Sword comic yet.
No.
But they did just finish, I think, March last year, Twilight Volume 11, which is the final volume.
Yeah, I will say that I think, they've done an amazing job with all of the comics. Again, this is just about our favorite. I don't think any of these games are necessarily bad. I don't really care for Wind Waker. I think that's probably my least favorite that I've played so far.
A lot of people would agree with you.
But I can see the work that was put into it. They tried something different. It's just not my favorite. I just don't find it. I think it, in a way, it was kind of a step backwards in the art style and direction. Not like, I mean, it wasn't like where I was like, oh my gosh, they took a step back like in Final Fantasy IX, and then I played it and I was like, oh my God, actually Final Fantasy IX is one of the greatest games ever made. You know what I mean? I didn't feel that way about Wind Waker. I was like, okay, yeah, they have some cool innovative stuff, but this is not that great of a Zelda game.
What they were trying to do with Wind Waker was more what they tried to do with Zelda 1, though. The big open world, and you can pretty much go, well, you can't do everything in whatever order you want. You can go anywhere in this giant open sea and explore. Sure. But a lot of people were riding off the hype of Ocarina Majora at the time. And when we got the tech demo for what the GameCube could do, and we got this super newer, realistic looking thing of Link and Ganon going at it, and then they released Wind Waker, everyone was like,
they felt robbed.
That's
WTF. Mm-hmm. Yep, and I will agree. Absolutely.
And then they released Twilight Princess a couple years later, and everyone flipped. And it rightfully so. It was a beautiful step forward in a very nice future.
Absolutely. I agree with you there. I would say like Twilight Princess is probably up there. Absolutely. It's probably behind. I mean, for me, it's behind Ocarina of Time, but it's still fantastic.
Gotcha.
My counter, I guess, argument to this debate would be if you say if Ocarina wasn't good, they would have stopped. I think that's most apparent in Wind Waker when they kind of robbed every Zelda fan's hopes and dreams of what it could be, but they still kept going. You should drop a bow for the Demon King. It's very, very good.
Yes, I mean they already still knew that they could make it. If they had made Wind Waker first and not Ocarina of Time, I doubt that the franchise would have continued. I don't think that.
I believe they would have, because it's Zelda. If Zelda 1 and 2, okay.
Yeah, Link to the Past was already a strong enough impact to basically let the public know that this was going to go on.
That's true. That's fair. Talk about
that's a fair argument. To this day. But if Zelda was going to stop at any point it was Zelda 2.
That's
Because
fair.
everybody loved Zelda 1 when it came out. It was pretty much the first open world game.
It was.
Ever.
Yes.
It
I mean,
was
it's an iconic
expansive,
game.
It was great. And you can still lose yourself in Zelda 1. If it was going to stop, it would have been Zelda 2. Zelda 2 was the game that was kind of like, whoa, wait a minute.
I know, and then
This
you go
isn't
back
what
to
we
it, you're
got.
like, this is actually a really great game. A lot of people.
It is.
Like, that's
lot
what's
of people
funny
don't
is like
ever try that
people
again,
go back to it and they're like, oh, actually, this was a really good game.
Yeah, and I think Final Fantasy IX honestly suffers from what I like to call the Star Wars fate, because you get this generation of haters who hold it up to something else. Like, that's what sucked about 7 for me. Like, I love 7. I think 7's great, but again, 7 is the whole it's overhyped. It's way overhyped.
I mean, to a degree, I will say that.
It's not deep like 8 is. 8 is way deeper than 7. But because 8 was not 7 and it didn't have the pretty boy big sword thing going, you know, everyone was like,
okay, Squall has the gun blade.
Which was tight.
but it wasn't the Buster Sword.
Cool.
And it wasn't huge, blonde, spiky hair with blue eyes.
I mean, Squall's his own thing, but yeah, he's still a Bishonen.
That's true.
He's held Bishonen. I don't know what you're talking about. Like
Ascension. I forgot about Ascension.
And even the villain is a Bishonen. I don't care that he's got the scar across his face. He's still a Bishonen.
Cypher.
Yeah, Cypher's still held a Bishonen. But anyways, keep going.
So you know, things like I don't think Wind Waker, I don't think 8 or 9, to be truthful, got a fair shake. It just didn't.
No,
because
didn't.
Again, too many people were so stuck on Ocarina and Final Fantasy VII that now everything had to be held to that standard. Everything.
Well, I mean, I'm a Final Fantasy IX girl, myself. And it did take time. That took time because it took me a long time to first of all, it took a long time for me to get the game and to play it. But then once it took me a long time to beat the game because I would start it and then my game would get erased or whatever, and then I would have to restart the game. But yeah, I do think it definitely got an unfair shake because it is one of the greatest Final Fantasy games of all time.
Oh, absolutely.
Final Fantasy IX beats so many of the other ones out of the water.
And 9 is a really what makes 9 so great is of how similar to 4, 5, and 6 it is. We are now coming back to medieval times, which is what I mean. That's Final Fantasy. It's at its core. I mean, it was a medieval fantasy game, and you know when 7 and even 8 suffered from this. 7 and 8 were at its time space operas.
Yes, they were space operas, and then you had 9 is actually a steampunk game. That's actually what it really is. It's steampunk. It's medieval meets steampunk, and that's what I was actually saying as an argument earlier when I was talking about it.
6 was also very steampunk because Narsh was a steampunk village.
Yep.
Shit, I
agreed.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, and needless to say, even though 7 is a very overhyped game, it's still one of my favorites in the series, and I think the remake of it was a serious departure from what made it so great. And
sorry, say that one more time. I apologize.
The remake was a serious departure from what made the original so great, which is turn-based combat.
Oh, for Final Fantasy VII.
Correct.
Okay. I'm sorry. Now I'm here.
Now, my friend Brandon and I have been talking about the 40th anniversary of Zelda, which is going to be because this year it's celebrating its 37th anniversary.
Yes.
They just put Tears of the Kingdom out, so we are at least minimum 3-4 years.
They may do a remake of Zelda 1. That's what they're probably going to do on the 40th anniversary.
So
that would be very interesting because they have never ever gone back and redone Zelda 1 ever.
And I just don't think that's going to happen.
Which I think is actually a great example of how well Zelda 1 holds up to time. they've never had to go back and redo it because it's good.
But I do think that they're going to, though, at some point.
It'd be
I
interesting.
I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. By the time we get through next year, I think next year we're going to have a new Nintendo. We're going to have a new
Probably.
Nintendo. It's
Mhm.
going to be graphically, it's just going to be better. And for the 40th anniversary of Zelda, I truly believe we're going to have a Ocarina of Time remake because the fans are screaming for it.
Oh yes, I hope they do, and I hope they actually give Sheik the fair shake too. I hope we actually are going to see more of Sheik.
Because people have been saying now that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is a thing, you know, folks are like, well, where can we go from here? Honestly, there are not many places you can go from here. Hyrule is 4 times the size of Skyrim's map.
Yes.
And Tears of the Kingdom is 4 times the Skyrim's map. And then you get a level beneath that, which is also 4 times the size. And then you get a level above that, which is 4. So you have so you have 12 Skyrim size maps.
Yes.
12
yes.
to hunt. And Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom both take elements and locations and gear from every Zelda game ever made.
So I would love to see a remake of Ocarina of Time with all of this added stuff that they have in there. I think that would be great. And then they can really expand on the characters of Ocarina of Time. I think that would be really cool.
So
I would love to see more of Ganon's story, Ganon's backstory. I'd love to see more of the Gerudo Valley people.
Mm-hmm.
I'd really love to see more of that because that would be really cool. I would love to see like more of Zelda's history. I'd love to see more of Impa's people. You know, I think she's also part of the Gerudo Valley actually, but I would love to see more of all of that being played into. I would like to see a lot more of the expansions of those stories that we just got the hints of.
Yeah, and I kind of want them to bring the Triforce back into it because that used to be the center point of all of Zelda, and now it's not.
It's not, but I would really like to see it go back to that. That's one thing I would like to see if they do remake it. I would like to see a lot more of the gods, their play in that. I would like to see a lot more of those things in there and to see them incorporate. Now we have all of this really fantastic backstory. I would love to see how that gets incorporated into a new Ocarina of Time.
Honestly, if Zelda were to take any further and not make it a brand new adventure, make a prequel to the prequel. Give us the war of where Hylia rose everyone into the sky and forged the goddess sword. Give us that story.
The Zonai
story. That would be really cool too. I mean, that would be really cool if we saw that, or we saw like the war that, you know, where the Deku tree actually, like how Link came to the Kokiri Forest. I would love to see that too.
Give us a game that was the in between Ocarina and Majora's Mask, where the Great Hyrule and Gerudo War happened.
Between Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time?
Because after Link went back, he told Zelda, "Hey, this is all gonna happen. Arrest that man." After they tried to arrest Ganon, Gerudo and Hyrule went to war.
Oh, I would love to see that too, actually. Yes.
Why there were a bunch of Hylian forts, like the old the Ice Temple, when you were finding the Mirror of Twilight and Twilight Princess. The Forest Temple in well, we don't know what the Forest Temple was, but it would be interesting to see what it could have been.
Yes. I mean, I'd love to see a lot of that. I think there's a lot that they can do now that we have all of this story stuff. I think that they could even make Ocarina of Time an even better game. I will say that. They have a lot of room where they can make it so much more now. And if they do a remake, I would love to see what they did with that. But I do think Ocarina of Time is a very successful game, and I personally think it's still my favorite. It's still my favorite, even though I played other Zelda games. It's still my favorite.
It'll forever withstand the test of time. Forever.
Yes.
I mean, the story is undoubtedly incredibly strong. Ocarina to me was one of those right place, right time stories.
Sure.
It came at a very revolutionized point in Nintendo's history. It also is a big representative of when Nintendo was incredibly strong in the game.
Oh yeah, I mean you had some of the best games that did come out. Like Star Fox 64 was fantastic.
And
I don't think enough people talk about Star Fox 64.
And Nintendo and Sony were at war for Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy VII was supposed to run on N64, but then the creators went to Nintendo and said, you've got to give us cutscenes. And Nintendo's like, that's not what our cartridges do. We can hold your game, you just can't have the cutscenes. And that's when Square said, we can't. I'm sorry. We got to go with a CD provider. And they had to choose between Saturn and PlayStation. And they knew that it would be successful with a Western audience. That's why they chose Sony over Sega. And that's why Sega failed.
Yeah. And what's really also really interesting is that later, it probably fueled why Majora's Mask has cutscenes. Because the Majora's Mask has cutscenes in it, but they had to get a booster pack so that they could run them on there. And that's probably why. I will also say that Castlevania 64, for all of its failings, is also a fantastic game as well for N64. I think that it should have been more successful than it was. But that's me. I personally love the game. That is just me. I think it's a great fucking game. I've actually beaten it all the way through, which most people can't say, but no.
So with that, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I'm sorry we couldn't do Diablo 4 again. The servers have been going crazy. The game is still brand new, and everybody and their mom is playing it right now. So once the husband gets back, we are going to be doing a little run through of it. We are going co-op with it, and we're still trying to convince a certain somebody. And
hey, I just need to be able to get the funds for the game. Then I'll be good.
We got to get Mezzo to play as well. Because
I'm also going to be starting a new project where I am going to be doing music and voice acting for a big project. So
okay, we'll talk about that too.
We'll talk about that later. I don't want to say too much about it.
So let's jump in and do pluggables really, really quick, and we will start with this guy right here.
That's always me. Yeah.
It's because he's biased towards you, dear.
Yeah, it's true. I am just that good. Anyway.
Wow.
It has nothing to do with family at all. Nepotism is not.
You could,
he doesn't get that shit from me.
You can find me on Discord. Send me a friend request. The Crimson Shadow X number 6015. That's all. Buy a saber.
Buy a saber. I love it. Cam.
And you're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Am I muted?
No, I'm muted. I forgot that I muted my microphone.
Oh my God.
Now that everyone can hear me.
Yes. I'm glad.
Were you talking the whole time, man?
Cam, I'm so sorry. Were you muted the whole time? Were you trying to say something? No one was listening? Oh my God.
It's fine.
Cam, I'm so sorry.
No, it's my fault. It's user error. Because I can mute my own microphone without having to mute in StreamYard.
That's true. By the way, Say Wong has been saying things like Minish Cap was the same thing, and he goes, "You mean the manga?"
Yes, I do mean the manga. My bad, the mangi.
So you guys
did you say mangi? I didn't. I completely ignored it because in my brain, whenever I hear someone bastardizing the Japanese language, I just ignore it. So
he doesn't know how to take that.
So you guys can find me over on the sister channel of Distance Nerding usually. I'm mainly on Thursdays unless I need to swipe in and save the show on Tuesdays. Then you can find me on Tuesdays on Distance Nerding. I've got my cosplay Instagram, Cam Cosplay 0. That's where I mainly do all of my stuff. Find me over at Distance Nerding. I'm in the chat on the shows I can catch here on Kyber Cave Productions.
Sweet.
Hi. Don't mind me. I'm just typing something up to type in the chat. Hi, I am Captain Lady Moon, aka Mrs Fourzze, aka I will beat your ass.
AKA Captain Ocarina.
Yeah, aka Captain Ocarina. I live for Ocarina. Hey, I have cosplayed as Link. Okay, so I am from Ocarina. I am totally biased. So you can find me on Spotify. I have my music up there. Yeah, you can find me here at Distant Nerding. I am actually going to be doing some projects later this year. And Sewon, you were doing so well. You were doing so well, and then you ruined it. Anyways, baka no gaijin. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. Fuck you. Fuck off.
Anyway, you can find her on Spotify.
You can find me on Spotify and a lot of things, and me swearing in Japanese has nothing to do with anything. But anyways,
is that it?
Just yeah, that's where you can find me. Sorry, my annoyance is taking over.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the one and only Fourzze FX Saber Sound Designs. You can find my work at saberfont.com. Now, I'm going to encourage you to go ahead on over to kybercave.com, get yourself a saber, and when you do, put a sound font on there from me, Fourzze FX, or from my friends, Harry Solo Fonts or Juan Sith, respectively. These fonts are plentiful. They're fun. You put them on your saber. You have just a great old time. It's great for families, great for friends. So we encourage you to do that and support us right here at Kyber Cave on Thursdays at 9 Eastern time. That's 6 y'all's time. You can find me over at Distance Nerding doing the bracket with the Husbeard and Cam and Phil, and we have a really great time doing that. There's also guests that come on, pretty major guests, so be sure to check that out. And then the rest of the time, you can find me right here at Kyber Cave Productions, being part of things like the Retro Alcove. When Anthony's done with his production of Rent, we're going to get back to Two Queens and a Fours. We do Kyber Cave Gaming live on Thursday nights, and you'll catch us on Kyber Cave After Dark tomorrow night, Friday nights, and then the Nerd Out on Saturday. Kyber Cave has something literally every day of the week going on, so be sure to stay tuned to the channel. Sub if you haven't. Hit the bell for notifications. May the Fours be with all of you. We love you very much, and we will see all of you tomorrow for Kyber Cave After Dark. Get back over here. So from Mrs. Fourzze, Little Fourzze, Friend of Fourzze, and Mr. Fourzze. Yes! I have managed to make this completely about me. That's terrible. I'm not going to do that again. So, good night from the Fourzze family.